What's up, guys? It's Drac, and I just got this wild package in at my fan mail address, and I'm not entirely sure what's inside. So this is a review of a box, but it was delivered FedEx overnight, and that's ambitious. Like, I know that must have been very expensive to send, so I wanted to open it quickly instead of saving it for regular fan mail, particularly because it looks like it came from a company. So inside here we have quadcopters. It looks like multiple quadcopters, in fact. That's kind of wild. So there's a packet, which I assume is full of PR information, and then there's two boxes. They appear to be identical, but each box has two battle drones. Now, of course, we know that these aren't in fact drones. These are quadcopters, and they appear to have like UFO kind of disc shapes to them. So these kids seem to be doing a glorious battle with these, and it appears that the quadcopters themselves have ports here to attach various weaponry to. And it reminds me a lot of like battle tops from the 90s. Those were cool toys. So they're running on the 2.4 gigahertz long-range spectrum, which is pretty standard for quadcopters at this entry-level price. Comes with one touch air attacks, so I guess the attacks would be some sort of spinning or flipping maneuver. Box itself is kind of cool, has some trapezoid patterns on it. There's ram attacks, 360 attacks, tornado attacks, and circle attacks, and they apparently have a YouTube. But let's go ahead and unbox this parcel, and then I guess we'll have to get the Draculina out here to really test these guys out, because I've always wanted to kind of have drone battles, but the kind of drones that I fly are far too expensive, and that's kind of what makes these neat. Not only are they relatively inexpensive to get into, but they're designed to crash and fight one another, which I hope means that they have some sort of recovery technology going on, where, like, in theory, as they spiral out of control, they don't always crash completely, or they're just built in such a way that they could be that durable. So the package includes 2 drones, 2 remotes, 10 battle weapons, 2 3.7 LiPo batteries, so that's a 1 cell or 1S fighter, and we have 8 replacement blades, so you could fix the quadcopter props twice for each one, and then 6 AAA batteries and 2 micro USB cables. So I assume the USB cables are going to be to charge the LiPos, and the batteries are going to be for the controllers themselves. And sure enough, those are micro USB controllers, which is kind of wild. I've never seen anybody charge a 1S that way. Here's all of our accessories and weaponry. So the weapons inside are, oh my gosh, these are not traditional. I don't know how to name these, at least all of them. So we have some buzzsaws a la Speed Racer. We have some pikes if you want to get medieval with it. This is a hooked pike, another straight one, extra props, and another buzzsaw. So that's kind of cool. We'll set all of those over here. Man, if you got these caught in the propeller of the other battle copter, I think that they just both go down. We'll have to wait and see, though. That's kind of wild. And then in here we have more propellers, some hooks. Oh man, I'm gonna take all the grappling hooks. I think that those are cool. And then what appear to be shuriken, if you put shuriken on little topsy-turvy things. So these are the controllers themselves. These are, of course, the copters themselves, and they aren't too big. They're about the size of my hand, actually. Gonna go ahead and claw one of them out, and then we'll jump to like actually piloting these guys. There we go. And so like I said, 4 props. Landing gear has these kind of rubberized bumping pads and is directly above some tiny DC motors. But not too heavy. You've got IR signals here, or maybe they're just LED outputs, and then the batteries are already installed inside. So let's charge these guys up and get ready to do some battle. Alright, so we brought out the lovely Draculina, and she's decided to pilot one of them so that we can do battle. This one's kind of got a UFO feel, and I'll be piloting it. These are its cockpit windows, I guess. And then the directionality of yours is that I assume this is the cockpit windows on it. So we'll turn these on in a second, but first we have to decide, how do we divvy up the weaponry?
It looks like there's one for each.
Oh, you just want to split them down the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, so we each get a spear, a hook, a blade, and another grapply thing.
No, you get a little...
They are not perfectly divided.
Oh no. I have one of the little...
Okay, so if we divide everything up evenly, it's these three, and then we have to choose between who gets the grapple hook and who gets the saw. Why is there just an extra grapple hook?
I don't know.
Okay, well neither of us will use it, because that's not fair. Alright, arm your robot. It looks like there's really only one place on this to snap in weapons, but the ones on the box have so many weapons. I'm going to make it work. I'm just going to put them on places. So, there are little lips on the...
Oh, you...
Right. It's easy to put the ones on there. The lips kind of hook up and under, and then you can pick various, notches. So I'm putting my grappling hook up on here, and the Draculina is going to copy my slick moves, but...
I already had it on there.
Did you?
Get set to get wrecked.
Get set to get wrecked. And they just kind of snap on. I'm going all aggro. My stuff is facing forward. We'll put the shuriken on the back as like a defensive maneuver.
I'm not good with this.
I'm also having a hard time snapping certain things on.
Oh goodness.
And then the buzzsaw can go... There are really only so many places to put these. Okay, well, my bot is as equipped as it's going to get. I think. Alright, so I have 5 weapons. what are you at?
1.
1? Do you need a hand?
No.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Well,
Figure it out together.
we'll do battle in just a second when her bot is equipped. So first I'm going to turn my bot on, like this, then I'm going to point him at the enemy, then I'm going to turn the controller on, and it'll sync up, down, and then we have the launch button here. These are all different attack maneuvers, and we may or may not use them. While I was tinkering with piloting it and teaching the Draculina how to pilot a quadcopter, this is just thrust forward, this is spin while moving up, and then these are spin directionally left or right. So they're kind of like a lot of spinning attacks, which you can of course do just as easily manually. Are you going to launch him from your hand?
He doesn't want to launch.
Are our controllers crossed? That's weird. I hope not.
Are they? They are!
Oh no, the controllers! Are you controlling my bot?
See if you can control mine.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna have to make sure that we connect and sync these properly. Let's land this one and then we'll try again. Alright, so after a quick look at the instructions, we found out that one of the inherent flaws with this system was also our mistake. So a little bit of fault on both sides there, but when you have 2 quadcopters running on the same gigahertz spectrum, the controllers are capable of impacting one another. Now that's not a huge deal. I think she's cheating. She took the grappling hook. We agreed, no grappling hook.
But you have both of the spears.
Deal. Alright, fine. So you have to pair the bots one at a time, and with them being so close to one another, it's very easy to pair with the wrong one. So first we'll turn this bot on, and then this, and then you go up and down, and in theory this one is now paired because it stopped blinking. Does it stop blinking?
Yes, it has.
Okay. Forget drone racing. This should be the sport. Are you trying to attack me? The Draculina is using all of the attacks. Take off. You got to get back in there. We use mine as the tester, so his battery might be lower. You're going to be defeated by environmental challenges, BattleBot style. It's actually much harder to engage in combat than I thought it would be. Oh no! Well, that was a surprising array of just weapons exploding everywhere. So I don't know how you're going to actually win, because it seems like when one goes down, they both go down.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no. Well, I found my buzzsaw. I'm getting mine back into the air. We can go one more time.
Oh no. I must have lost something.
Oh, I mean, I've lost 3 of mine.
Oh, that wasn't your buzzsaw. Maybe it was.
Right.
My buzzsaw's also gone. Put the grappling hook back on.
Okay. I'll allow you to get one more on.
Little stick. That's good enough.
You better get up in the air soon. I'm coming for you.
It doesn't want to do anything.
Yes! You and all your fancy attack buttons couldn't beat my experience with quadcopters. Coming for you in your long, pretty hair. Defeated. No! Trying to turn him off. No. There we go. Alright guys, so that's our review of the Battlecopters. Drac 1, Draculina 0, or 2 to 1 maybe, because we had that one draw. But they're actually a lot of fun, I think. And for an MSRP of $110, it's hard for me to say if they're a buy or not. They're definitely a luxury toy, but when you consider what like an entry-level quadcopter like this costs anyway, it's like a fun gimmick with some pre-controlled notions, and you still get 2 perfectly pilotable, tons of fun, relatively resilient with the complete enclosures for their props quadcopters, which I guess are, if you broke it down, it's like a quadcopter complete with batteries and controller, all for $55, and you just get 2 of them at a time so that you can play. I mean, obviously this is an ideal kit for if you have like 2 children or siblings, or oh man, twins would be hilarious because they're identical, more or less. But this is a fun toy. I definitely am excited to bring you one of the first reviews for it. I think that it's cool. I can't believe it took this long after racing for us to realize that the most exciting part of racing is just crashing. And so designing quadcopters exclusively to fight one another is a ton of fun. Now, I want to wait until like the next generation comes out, where it's like instead of mounting little plastic fins on, we mount flamethrowers and like actual buzzsaws on them. That would be awesome. Like a quadcopter with a flamethrower. That's the one that I want. Call them like Shining Dragon or something. But that's our review of the Warrior Bots, or what are they actually called? We should make sure we know. The Air Wars Battle Drones. And are you ready to go again? I'll take you down again.
Stay on.
They won't stay on? You're weaponless? Okay, well, until next time, guys, that's our review. I enjoyed this a lot. I think that they're coming to stores relatively soon. I'll put links to where you can purchase them in the description box below. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me thrash another drone bot.